Welcome Aries, I'm the Urban Seer. I'm so glad to have you here. In today's December tarot reading, we'll explore the overall energies at the start of the month for you, followed by insights into your work, finances, love life, what challenges and blessings to expect throughout the month, and we'll also take a look at where you'll find yourself as the month wraps up. If you enjoy this reading, I do go live 3 times a week as well, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so be sure to subscribe and join our tarot community. If you'd like a more personal private reading, please click the link to my Shopify store in the description box below. But let's dive in, Aries, to your December reading. Okay Aries, so let's start off with the first card, which is where you find yourself at the beginning of December and the overall energies. And we have the Major Arcana, the Emperor card, which is really positive actually. So kicking off with strong energy. The Emperor is all about boss energy, yeah? Someone who is in control. The Emperor is someone who likes to be in control, but is also good in that position of power. So they deal with power well. They are great at, say, leading a team or setting the tone for a situation. So this could be already where you're at as you enter December, or this is the energy that you need to lean into and embody. So don't shy away from this Emperor energy. Or the Emperor is very direct in communication. They speak their truth. So if this is at work, potentially it could be a family environment with a partner. Take what resonates with this, but it's somewhere where I feel like you have to really lean into that you're setting the tone for how you want this situation to go. It's about being very firm and direct and not shying away from that. So lean into that and lead with that kind of energy. It will get you where you need to be. It will kick off December with a strong start. If you've been getting pushback or challenges from a situation or from someone, stand your ground, be boundaried. You trust in your ability as well, trust in your decisions, yeah, and your convictions. Get behind your own decisions and trust that inner voice, and speak out about your thoughts, about your boundaries, and about how you see a situation needing to go, and really stay in control of this situation wherever it resonates for you. It is apparent that you are the right person to take charge on this situation. Don't be overrided and trust in your own abilities. We then lead into work. So we have the Eight of Voices. This is a card that can often indicate anxieties, worries. With the Eight of Voices, it's about not letting fear drive your decision making. Again, trusting in yourself, like this Emperor energy. The Eight of Voices is about, we can see here, this person who isn't really able to see clearly. She's blindfolded in this. She's blindfolded in this image. She's bound by her own fears, by her own worries. So it's like those negative thoughts that get a grip of us all. Yes, when one negative thought gets its hooks in to us, then it can be very easy to spiral. But when we're in this place of fear and anxiety, it's not a good place to make decisions. We're not seeing things clearly. We're seeing things from an ungrounded place. We're seeing things from a warped perspective of, like I say, fear and anxiety. So do what you can to begin to take control of that anxiety. Can be easier said than done, obviously, with that. But if it's through meditation, self-care, exercise, going for a long walk, talking to loved ones, you know what works for you, yeah? because these fears and anxieties, when we see these cards as well, is that it's unfounded. It's when we go to that worst case scenario, again, our perspective is warped. So maybe you're having challenges at work, feeling like you're not as capable as you really are. If something hasn't worked out as well as you had hoped at work, it could feel like, is this going to spiral into disaster? It's not, okay? So try to work on that, getting your perspective straight, and grounding yourself is essential. This, again, leaning into this Emperor energy is actually where you need to be. We move on to then, so finances, and we have the beautiful Ace of Inspiration. So this is in the traditional deck, Wands. It's ruled by the element of fire. The Ace is all about new opportunities, new beginnings. So if things have been a little bit stagnant, a bit still in finances, this is a breakthrough moment, an opportunity, an invitation. It can be as well here an idea that comes from you, yes, something that you hadn't thought about before, a new idea, a new revenue stream, a new idea for if you own your own business, for example, a new money making path, route that you can take, an idea that comes to you. Or something at work, maybe if you have an idea of increasing results at work, in the work environment. Tell you what resonates with that, but it's that spark of inspiration, that new idea. That's what I feel like will come through for you in December. You start thinking, oh, actually I hadn't thought of that, I could do that. That would be a great different way of doing that, and it could reap the rewards, yeah, the benefits. It's this starting point. Always when we see the Ace as well, it's something that needs to be nurtured. So go with it. Don't dampen it down with too much logic. Don't dampen it down. Don't let the self-doubt creep in or think, oh, that'll never happen. We need to fan this flame, yeah, because it's valid, and it is, you're absolutely on the money with this idea. So when it comes to you, nurture it, fan that flame, and allow it to grow, yes, because this is the first step of potential, so it needs to be nurtured. Moving on to what we find is going on in love for you, Aries, and we have the Muse of Materials. In the traditional deck, this is the King of Pentacles. This is lovely energy. This could be someone in your life, okay? So, like I say, the Muse of Materials is the King of Pentacles in the traditional deck. They are someone who is worldly wise, established, good with money, good with work, often established in their career in some way. This could be someone that you recognize these qualities, okay, that they're already energetically in your field, or it could be someone new coming in. It's ruled by the element of earth. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have that prominent in their chart. This is someone who brings energy that you can rely on, okay? It's grounded, it's consistent. They say what they do and do what they say. And with it being king, so this is genderless, you know, it doesn't have to be a male. But with it being a king energy, this is someone who, they may be older than you, or they have a maturity about them, an old soul. They know themselves, yeah, they understand themselves, and that's a nice energy to be around. So this can be, with it being in the love position, this could be a new connection coming through for you. You may recognize these qualities in someone that you already know, and it can be a deepening of a connection there. Or this person, you might already be in a relationship with them, and again, it feels like the deepening of this connection. This person is going further down this road, further down this path towards this union, this connection that we see, growth, nurturing, flourishing. Now we do have a love oracle card, which I want to bring in at this point as well. So take what resonates for some of you. This is goes hand in hand with this Muse of Materials. My life is not as together as it seems. Just going to pull another one as well. So there may be something going on behind the scenes. That's certainly what this card suggests. The Muse of Materials is someone who can present like they've got it all together. And they certainly are that person in their heart of hearts, and when it comes down to it, maybe they're concerned about how they would seem to you as well. When I say my life is not as together it seems, they want to present a good image to you. They want to present this image to you that they obviously do have it all together and they've got no cracks. They don't want to expose any vulnerability. That's part of their character. They pride themselves on success, on having it all together, which is no bad thing, but you know, we're all human. And for some of you as well, I'm afraid to contact you. So for those of you that are watching that are in a no contact situation, that can be for you. There's some fear of returning back to this, probably because of these reasons, yeah, of feeling that they're not ready because they haven't got it all together. And they want to come to you ready. They care what you think. They don't want to expose themselves and have any cracks, yeah? Okay, so let's move on now to challenges that you can expect throughout December. We have the Five of Emotions. Continuous dealing with some kind of loss and disappointment of a situation for you, Aries, okay? Now, Five of Emotions is, the message comes that there can be a tendency to fixate on the loss and the disappointment. Obviously, give yourself time to heal, time to breathe, to process what's happened. But with the Five of Emotions comes a message not to fixate or get stuck on these three cups that are in the traditional deck. That's how the image is shown. Three cups upturned, which represents the loss. In this deck, so this is the Muse Tarot deck which I'm using, I see this almost in these frozen pentacles here that we see. Some kind of emotion that has frozen in you, that has caused you pain, that has caused something to emotionally freeze inside of you, yeah? Like a shard of ice in our heart that can begin to grow, yeah? That can begin to take over us if we're not careful. Our heart begins to close, like the bitterness and the freezing, the heart closes, and how that can take over. And with the Five of Emotions, what we need to do is try to pull ourselves out of that. A lot of us have that tendency where you can sink into the loss and the sadness, if there's been some kind of betrayal or just a situation that didn't work out how that you'd really hoped that it had, that it really hoped that it would work out. There are two cups that still remain, and this is what you need to focus on. There is still more chapters to this situation. There is still unfinished business with this. All is not lost. That is the message, always what I think of when I see the Five of Emotions. All is not lost. So try to shift your focus onto that. It can be incredibly difficult to do this, but put effort in, put intention in to pull in and lifting yourself out of those darker emotions and shift into focusing on there is still hope, there is still more to this situation to unfold. All is not lost. We then move on to the blessings, which is connected, I think, to this because we have Ten of Voices, which is again about something painful, Aries, for you that you are still carrying around with you. Ten of Voices is again about disappointment, heartache, betrayal, the worst case scenario happening, something not working out that you were very invested in working out. But with the Ten of Voices is that this has come to an end, this cycle. Ten of Voices, tens always talk about closure, okay? So there is an end to this, and what comes after the 10 is the Ace, which is the new beginning, the fresh start, or the Two of Cups for you. There is, the next chapter is on its way to you. So like I say, give yourself time and allow yourself to heal. But now is the time, or in the near future, this month in December, to move on to the new, to begin this Ace. The worst has happened. There needs to be some closure on this, and we need to shift the energy and move on. We then have where you find yourself in the end of the month, and we have another major arcana, the Chariot, and this is this new beginning. I see this is the fresh start. We started with a major arcana, the Emperor, this tough, strong, in control energy, and we end with another powerful card. But the Chariot is about being pulled in a direction, finally getting our energy focused, finally getting movement, the train on the track, and a renewed sense of confidence I always see with this card. The Chariot is about being so determined that you know it will happen. Whatever you have in mind, whatever you've set your sights on for success, whatever success means to you, if your focus is in work, if it's love, if it's finances, whatever it is for you, Aries, this is about feeling very determined and the self-doubt really dissipating. Because then I'm drawn to bring in as well the Oracle card, Abundance here, and this is from the Urban Crow deck. And I feel like you are by the end of December with this new chapter, Ace of Inspiration, being new ideas, fresh starts, the end of this more painful cycle, this movement with the Chariot. And then this Abundance card, you are moving into a more abundant energy as we move into, it will be January 25. You started the month in powerful energy and you are ending it with a powerful energy. The final messages I just wanted to bring in was this Page of Materials. And this is the continuation on this trajectory of this fresh start. I believe that this is the new chapter and the new beginning. Page of Materials is about making steady progress. You begin to move, like we say, in this Chariot direction, forward motion, the end of stagnation, the end of the stillness that you felt, and this painful challenges that you've had. That is the blessing in December, is being able to overcome this more than you ever had up to this point. And this allows you to move into a more Page of Materials energy of slowly and steadily moving forward in the right direction and making progress. There is a need to be patient with this, so don't put too much pressure on yourself if things feel like they might be moving slower than you might think. This is just the energy of the Page of Materials that it brings, but it means the progress that you are making is very real and genuine and sustainable. So trust in it, go with it, just keep showing up, be consistent. Align with this Chariot energy, which is the determination and the lack of self-doubt. Okay, that's what the Chariot brings. This will happen. So those two together are a powerful combination, and this is essentially where you find yourself at the end of December. That movement that's been missing and overcoming something that's been weighing you down energetically, I think, for some time. So Aries, I hope this resonated for you. Please drop any comments down below. Give the video a like if you did enjoy this reading. And I hope to see you again, either here on a live or in a private reading. But wishing you all the best for December, Aries. Love and light.